Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today I have a special guest with me. He's one of the top photographers in Dallas. So big when you see him, you know what I mean. Today I have with me. Yes, sir. Introduce yourself.
My name is Sharif Mogaji. Most people know me as SHAKMOG. That's my photography, outfit. And yeah, I live here in Dallas.
Yes, sir. Welcome. So, how was your journey?
I mean, I had to come after work, so there was a lot of traffic. But yeah.
When you say come after work, do you mean you work somewhere else?
Yeah, so I have my 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so you have plenty money. There's my share, I beg. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming. And yeah, there we are. How do you feel? That's my first question.
There are a lot of things to feel about. So
how do you feel right now?
Yeah, I mean, how do I feel? First, I feel blessed. We're in a new year, thank God. I feel blessed again about my family, my life,
yes, sir.
My career and my, hustle. So yeah, I feel blessed.
We thank God. Yeah, adequate. So thank you for sharing that. So the goal for the podcast, I always have 3 questions for everybody, and the 3 questions is going to be towards the end of the show. But for now, I like to share the work you do, the photography work. Basically, I like to ask questions around it, ask how the work is and everything. So, do you enjoy photography, and why do you do it?
So, I mean, photography. I've been taking photographs, in different ways from, way back when I was in Nigeria, from cell phone photos. And I knew I had an interest in photography because even then, it was film that they used for the cameras way back then. I knew I was really interested in, the way it works, and then it was very interesting because if you remember those films, if you open it up, you spoiled that roll. You have to leave it like that and take it to where they're going to develop it. Right? So I was always fascinated because the first time that I saw one, I just pulled it. And then I think it was my dad. I can't remember what happened. They told me that, no, you're not supposed to do that. They're going to go develop it. So yeah, I was fascinated about it. And I did not start to do photography for any reason other than it was the pandemic, there was a lot of layoffs. I had my camera sitting there, and eventually, I went to a couple of parties. I took pictures and I sent it back to the people, and they were like, wow, your pictures are really good.
And that's how it started.
So, and then, a lot of people just asked me to just, kind of keep on doing it, and I did.
Okay, so 2 questions just pop up to my head now. Let me start by the first one. Which do you prefer, the film one or the cameras that we use now?
That is a great question. So, those film ones of way back and the Polaroids, the one you take that and then it rolls out, they were really fascinating and everything, but you can tell they were slow. And with the power of computers and processing when we edit, programs like Lightroom and things, it has kind of revolutionized photography. So you cannot compare. Of course, we're better off now. It's interesting for anybody that wants to come into the industry to understand how it started. The pinhole camera. And how the relationship between lights and photography. So it is an interesting. That's why I like photography.
Okay, so thank you for that. And the second question that popped to my head earlier was, how do you feel that you have to go back to photography when there was layoff, like you said? How do you feel you have to why do you think, oh, this is something that I need to pursue like that?
Well, honestly, when I started, imagine, I was working, but it was an opportunity that came up, and it's something that I can do by myself. And I had the gear that I could use to start, so there was nothing stopping me from doing it. And I was making money. Come on, we're Yankee.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You see something that is giving you cash, man, you follow that path now. So, and I mean, the more I did it, the more clients I got, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing pretty good with photography. Yeah,
Thank God.
Yeah.
So let me jump to my next question, which says, what is one thing that it's about photography that you would like it to stop? Like, you like people to stop it, something about photography like you like people to stop. And the second question would be, what is one thing about photography that you would like people to start doing more of?
Okay, that people should start doing more often, and one that people should stop. So like in my own space, like maybe what people should stop, you know, maybe it's a Nigerian thing, but Nigerians kind of think like, oh, photography is not like, you know, is maybe not like, I'm not saying maybe they feel like it's not a decent job, but they won't class a photographer as a professional, you know. They're just looking at, oh, should be just coming to take photos, you know.
Take pictures.
So even the way they talk to you sometimes,
you know, we give you food.
I just you know, sometimes
you know, somebody tell me that, right? Somebody take picture. No, not me. One of my guys called me. He told me a client called him to come and take pictures, that they will give him food at $70.
Yeah, you know, things like that. And sometimes, I mean, once again, I thank God, I kind of tailor my clientele to people that, you know, appreciate the art, you know. When I started, it was rough. Yo, man, sometimes you guys go some gigs, you know, but I kind of filtered it out, and now I have the kind of clients that I want. You understand? So yeah, that's one thing I want. And
want to stop. So what is something you want it to be more of that happening?
Pay me money. Pay me money.
Yeah. That sounds sweet. That sounds sweet.
I mean, I enjoy what I do. I try to I mean, it's like right here is like preaching to the chorus, you know, because I'm sure that's what you do too. But I try to enjoy what I'm doing, whether it's taking pictures or you know, doing video. You know, I want to be part of the events, you know, like I'm not just your photographer. I'm there, you know, because I want the pictures to look great. I want the video to be popping, you know. I want you to see you happy, so you know, I'm there dancing with you, and you know, so I mean, those are things that
make sense.
Are really
sense.
Nice.
Okay, so I have this funny question. It's not funny actually. It's just like a teaching question, right? So, is there something that's, when you started out, you wish you could have started doing it? Like when you start, like something that you, let's say you start photography again, what's something that you start doing instantly? It's tough, right? So take time to think about it.
Well, I mean, maybe not what I will start instantly, but much like something that I will take my time to do. So when I started making money, you know, with technology, all the new cameras, all the you know, adverts, you see all the best cameras coming. I was just buying everything, bro. I was just buying everything. You know, the bike, my garage right now is full of gear. So maybe something I'd like to slow down is, you know, all that. If I had somebody to, you know, be like, dude, I've been there. I did the exact same thing. I remember there's one of our colleagues right now too, that when he started, same thing, boom. It's like, so that's when I realized that, oh my God, it's not like it's only me, it's all of us that have that kind of I mean, if you enjoy what you do, if you're making money from it, why wouldn't you want to invest in it? You get. So I think it's only natural. You know, we buy all the drones, we buy everything. Now everybody has drones. Everybody has the mics. Everybody, and I think that's not. If you look at it holistically, it's not. It doesn't make sense because
just buying everything.
Everybody. So imagine all of us pooled, and instead of buying, we just bought the few that we need. Anybody needs it, you know, things like that. I mean,
makes sense. Okay, so that question kind of like bring another thing I want to ask up. Okay, it says, somebody starting photography, what advice will you give them?
So, photography, like we've been talking about now, you know, it's not. We're talking about film roll cameras and things like that. It's not really. Of course, your new cameras. You're shooting R5, you know, R1 comes out, because they are better technology, you'll get more from it. But when you want to start, you don't have to start on that level, because at the end of the day, somebody that is shooting a Canon R, if he does everything right, he has the right lights, he's going to give you a mad photo.
Yeah, quality.
You understand? Yeah. You shouldn't focus on, you know, having, you know, everything perfect at the start. You just kind of walk your way through the process.
That makes sense. Okay, so a question just come to my head and then it fly away again.
A question is always coming to your head.
It fly away again, so I remember, don't worry. So let me start by thinking. Actually, let me take 1 second break. Good,
it has come
thinking. So this question is, I don't know how to frame it, but I'm gonna frame it anyhow. So I know everybody have been through a series of clients. All photographers have always experienced all these random clients that you wish you never meet them again, you know. But the question I want to ask about clients is that, is there one thing you want all clients to understand, like one main thing that you wish every client know before booking a photographer?
Well, I mean, there's, you know, it's a book on its own, clients, you know. But generally, I feel like at the end of the day, it comes to money, right? And how I value my time is different from how the next person values their time. Because we could be doing the same thing, but you know, we could be using the same gear even, but we have different ways that we're accounting for. So I think everybody needs to know that everybody's work is unique. I mean, there's this thing about raw. I know you made something raw photos. I think I need to change my terms and conditions on that, because like everybody seems to want raw nowadays. And
but what do you want to do with it?
Exactly, because it's crazy, right? That you want 200 photos. You are not going to look at it.
You are not even, where do you have time? But I understand you.
But so when you bring up the raw thing and I go like, no, there's no raw, that you're just, it's the work that I'm doing for you that you're paying for, you know, that's what we're talking about. And they're like, oh, so all this time that I was here, I was posing, you're not going to give.
I did with that just today, like just before you come in. Same thing, just before you come in.
So I don't know. I mean, if there, because you look at the raw itself, bro, what are we using it for? It's just in my store. It's actually liability. Now somebody wants to take that liability off me. In my head, as a capitalist, I want to sell it. So maybe that's
I said it now.
I'm going to put in my terms and conditions that I'll
if you want it, I'll pay you. I'm giving it now.
For the raw.
I'm giving it now. Like, I don't really want stress. If you want everything, just pay for it. I'll give it to you.
I think that's what I'm going.
No, because I just like what I just explained just today, right? When you came to the studio, you took over I don't want to say 1,000 pictures,
bro.
I did not suggest.
The same issue I have.
I did not suggest that you take 1,000 picture. You came to the studio. I said, okay, try this pose, try this pose, try this pose. We're done. Then you said, no, you never sit down. You never sit on the floor. You never do this, never do that. I did not ask you to do none of that. And I keep reminding them, you are getting 6 pictures. You said, what if I see more that I like? Okay, more money for me. I don't care. And now that I took over 1,000 pictures, you have to select 6.
You are now in a dilemma.
And now you are telling me, didn't I see you when you were taking picture? I said I took a picture. I told you, see. So very funny. I was like, see, I don't understand what you're saying. So it's very funny to me.
To God, I'm so happy to hear this because
see, I do like just now. It's like
a headache.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that. You know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So I think that's the question, right? So let's take 3 minutes break. I'll be back. This question will be let me just frame it this way. So why do you choose to like have second job while you're doing photography?
I mean, once again, the capitalist in me will want more money. But I mean, man, Yankee hard now,
Push
bro.
the mic towards you a little bit.
Yankee hard now.
Yeah.
We need to also you get, and you know, most of us still have all this liability back home. I'm sure you sense money. So now, so So I mean, that's just it. And you know, the entrepreneur in me wants to. I mean, if I see another business on the side that you know I'm doing, and it doesn't interfere with my current, why not?
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So because you mentioned home, right? I have a question about it. You know, it's good to have questions. So the question will be that photography here and photography in Nigeria, what are the differences that you see, and which do you think is best?
So the main thing I will say about that is, first of all, you know, in Nigeria, back home, there's this way that the main the owners of the businesses, they don't do the work. They have people that they call to do everything.
Yeah.
So back home, when I was doing photography, I was more at the back end. I was the boss.
Okay.
When you go for the party, I go with all the agbada and everything. My boys already come, they've set up. So, but here, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you want to see the work. So that's the first difference. I mean, I know that, you know, even back home, some people start from, you know, doing it by themselves and they grow up to. But I didn't start like that. So I only started really handling the camera in events myself here in America. And it made me better because even, you know, the quality of the photos changed. Then I was just doing, they would just, after the party, I know I'm getting photos to the clients. I want to get everything ready and send, you know. I wasn't the one editing or doing all this stuff.
It's like, that's what most people do. Some people do it here too. It's just like, you know, just some people just want it for the money. Yeah, they just want to be middleman and give work out. Yeah, I think it's smart, but maybe I'll go into it. I'll think about it. Yeah, so I always ask this question, so I'm going to throw it to you before the last question. I have 2 more questions, right? So the question will be, what is that one question that you always want to answer that I did not ask? So that's the question. The one question you wish someone asked you.
Okay, can we come to that one last? What's the other question?
Okay, so no problem. So the question the last question for the day, so you answer that one later. So it's going to be second to the last. So it's going to be, what is next? What's next? That's like the name of the show.
What's next?
What's the next thing that we should be expecting from SHAKMOG? What's the next thing that everybody should be expecting I'm not going anywhere. What's the next thing? You know.
So I mean, I was thinking about a blog. You know, I already actually set everything up last year. You know, just a way to capture different different facets of photography, you know, from my personal trips to, you know, reviewing like the mini
Vlog or blog?
a blog.
Oh, blog. Okay, blog post for that. Okay.
Well, I mean, so like I said, I initially that was what that's what
Yeah,
I
blog
was
can
hoping
be about blog too. Yeah.
yeah, so it could be anything. But yeah, I'd like to do that.
Blog can be about vlog, whatever I say.
No,
you
a
get it.
vlog can be a blog.
Yeah. Like you can put vlog
Yeah,
on blog.
on the blog. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about what I am.
So you want to
looking
travel
for.
more, basically, because that's
Yeah,
what
of
people
course.
do vlog about.
I mean,
Yeah,
for
me too.
real,
I
I'll
have some
put my
clip- I have some
personal
clip in Nigeria.
experience in
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah, I'm going to start posting them. Maybe one day when I'm rich.
you're rich.
Amen. Oh God, help me.
Fawaz, you're
From
rich.
their mouth
Don't come
to
and
your
be-
ear. From your mouth to God's ear. Oluwa.
Don't come and be.
Play. Look at me. Look at that. But thank God. Thank God. Sure. Yeah. So the question you were dodging.
Ask the question again.
Okay. It says, what's that one question you always want to answer, but nobody ever asks you?
What is
The one question.
the chemical symbol for oxygen?
Oxygen. O2.
O2. O2.
So that's the question.
yes.
That's exactly. No problem.
Okay, no.
But that's
Ojoro. That was
yeah,
Ojoro.
Ojoro,
That was
yeah.
Ojoro.
Because it's
well, let me
simple.
ask you. Let me give a better. I mean, the question that I want to answer. You know, I mean, but I don't even think I have an answer to.
Okay.
You know, if there was a way to, I mean, with everything going on, if there was a way to hack the
Government or money.
no the whole code of existence, and you just be able to
live
have everything you want.
No, I think there's fun in mystery, like stuff you don't know. There's fun in you knowing. Oh, I don't know, so I have to know. Because if you know everything, there's no point of living anymore.
Exactly.
So I think that's what I think. I think that's
So
I think that's
we shouldn't strive for perfection.
you cannot. That's the
No,
like the
no,
fun
we can
of it.
strive for perfection, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know that you cannot get to perfection.
Yeah, you can't get to perfection, because if you get to perfection,
Then soon
there is no fun.
Yeah.
There's no fun in it anymore. Because perfection is, oh, am I trying enough? Oh, yes, I'm trying. Like, you know, perfection is perfection. Like when God designed the world, He designed it to perfection. So there's nothing need to be fixed about the
Any
world.
part of
It's
it.
just you keep discovering. Oh, there's moon. Oh wow, let's go to the moon and see Jupiter. Some people want to enter the sun self, but you see, how
yeah, they're sending a probe to the sun.
we see their, they see what they build and see how when they go, they should see me, they show me what's inside, because I had if you ever get near a little bit, but it's fine. We see how, maybe Elon Musk could try it. We see how it goes. Yeah, we see. Yeah,
Elon Musk is doing his best.
yeah. So yeah, I think we come to we are now at the end of the show. Thank you so much for coming. Thank
a
you
pleasure.
for dropping everything you are doing and coming here. You know, it's not easy. Yeah, you know, it's
And tomorrow is weekend. I know you have parties too.
yeah. Actually, I have no, just studio shoots. I really don't have party. I already exhaust the party in me already, because they keep me with wedding last
last year.
week. Yeah, last week. Yeah. So I already did like 2 weddings.
Oh yeah,
back
yeah. I
to
saw
back.
your.
So yeah, I have to edit, and that's a lot of work to do.
I know.
So, and now I have another one to jump back on it.
And I saw your post about the gimbal.
Gimbal.
When I'm holding the gimbal, please don't
Oh, the light.
take my picture.
The lights, or which one?
No.
Oh,
the
gimbal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was sitting down there when it's just like, I was just like sitting down. I'm like, see, why does this thing happen a lot?
It does.
So it's the wedding that I went to. I took this woman's picture. She turned 80, I think last year or last 2 years. So she saw me with gimbal, maybe because I'm always taking a picture. So she's like, Fawaz. I say, yes, ma.
Take my
Come on,
picture.
take my picture. I said, okay, I'll tell somebody to come and take it. He said, no, I want you to take it. Take it now. I said, no, this is for video. He said, no, take the picture for me. I said, no, I'm recording video today, not picture. He said, oh no. Like, it's just funny. And some girls too, when you get there, you do like this. They do like,
I know, right?
Like they will start like, oh, take my video.
Will be changing pose.
I'm like, so yeah, it happens a lot every time.
It does.
So it's like, if I go to any party, it's always like happening there. So that was like, okay, let me just make something about it and make people aware. Just like,
it was so funny.
Customer education. Yeah. I do that a lot now. I actually have bunch that I never even like post about, because I'll show you some. You see, it's very, very, it's just, when I'm thinking, my thinking is, I don't know. I don't think like normal person. I just think, I don't know why I think like that, but we thank God that we have mind. Is it mind that I used to think? Yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you for coming. Yes, sir.